emotional this week. Cassidy Quinn. Sorry, should have warned you to turn down the volume. It has been an interesting week. And by interesting, I mean emotional. This past week marked the 2-year anniversary since the Boston Marathon bombings. So 2 years since some crazy idiots decided they wanted to kill a bunch of people who were having a really great day in the beginning of spring. They did kill 3 people and injure a lot of other people and almost injure a lot more. I was one of the very incredibly ridiculously lucky people who was very close, but luckily did not get injured. I'm not gonna get too far into it, but if you want to know the whole story, you can watch this video that I posted last year on the 1-year anniversary of the bombings. So although I somehow magically came out of that day physically uninjured, there are still a lot of memories and feelings inside, and you know, I didn't want to ignore them this week. But I didn't want to make a depressing video or just pour out all of my feelings to you guys because, you know, sometimes you don't feel like putting all your feelings on the internet. I know, that's a crazy thought! But on the day of the 2-year anniversary, when I was wandering around the world trying to go to work and live a normal day and not cry and just focus on all of the negative things, I tried to focus on the positives. I tried. That doesn't mean I necessarily succeeded. We are trying right now. And sometimes when you're having a crappy day, there are some people out there who just do something very small and very nice that makes your day. And for one moment, you just forget about all the negatives of your day and you just feel great. So that's what I want to do this week. I want to tell you guys some simple things that we can all do very easily to make someone smile. I reached out on Twitter to find out what you guys thought, so here are some of these wonderful, excellent, happy ideas. Tell someone that they have a nice smile and that it is contagious. Leave someone a little note saying something nice. Have a grilled cheese party, high five fiesta, dance party. I don't know why those are questions because they're all exclamation points to me. Donuts. Yep. There have been so many days at the TV station where I work where someone will somehow know that I am feeling horrible and tired and they bring a dozen donuts. Not all for me. Thank goodness. Oh! Just makes your day. On that note, make them a bowl of spaghetti. Maybe that one's just me, but carbs! Carbs! Make the world go round. Right? Isn't that a saying? If you pay for street parking and you end up leaving before your time is up, leave the sticker there so some unsuspecting person can come and find it for themselves. Or on that note, if you see that someone's parking meter has expired and it's one of those old school ones that you can just put coins in, put some coins in for them so they don't get a ticket. Because getting a ticket ruins everyone's day. Pass it on to someone. Pay for their coffee, their groceries, or their haircut. I didn't know that was a thing. It would depend if you were paying for a guy's haircut or a girl's haircut though, because a guy's haircut, sure, give a coat to a homeless person or make them a meal. These ones like warm my heart because that is just such a nice thing to do. Give someone a hug! I mean, I would probably recommend knowing the person before you give them a hug. Like, don't just be roaming around the city giving people hugs on the street. But if you know them, hugs can be a really wonderful thing. I mean, this is therapeutic. Even just hugging myself. And pizza! Do not forget pizza! Pizza is not even one of my favorite foods, but if I am sad, I just crave all of the carbs. We're just getting back to carbs. Okay, moving on. Compliment a person on their accessories. If they buy an item and wear it, then they're probably proud of it. Tell someone they are doing a great job. This is one of my favorite ones because you're not just focusing on things that they're wearing and how they look, but actually telling them they're doing a good job at something. Somebody made my day doing this the other day and I actually tweeted about it, so sorry if you already know this. I was on my way out of work and one of my coworkers who works in a totally different department just came up to me and said, hey, I really like your segments, I like how you do this, I like how you do this, blah blah. And I really appreciated it and it totally made my day. Because it wasn't just complimenting something superficial like my clothes or my hair, it was actually something that they thought I am good at, and that made me feel wonderful. Of course, you can't just do this for some random person you see on the street because you have no idea what they are good at. But if you do know someone, take the time to think of something that they do really well and just tell them, randomly, out of the blue sky. guy because they will feel nice. Unless they're a horrible person who hates themselves. I don't know. Wash someone's car. Why not? Or mow their lawn. Or just do any random chore that you think they need to get done. Move someone's giant heavy garbage bins onto the curb on the night that they need to do it. That is one that I hate doing. Leave a nice comment on their YouTube video and tell them something is on fleek. That is what the kids are saying these days, and that means I am trying. But really, nice comments on people's YouTube videos are really nice and make people feel nice and warm and fuzzy inside. Am I dropping enough hints? I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream! Buy them tickets for Mariner's Beard Hat Night. Wait, this one, is this just rubbing in the fact that I'm not in Seattle right now and did not get a Mariner's Beard Hat? Does anyone have one that I can have? It's rude to comment on people's things, telling them that they should do things that they just can't physically do. Introduce yourself to every stranger you meet as Jason Statham. I don't even know if I said his name right, but if you're not Jason, then you probably shouldn't introduce yourself as him, and if you are, you probably shouldn't be introducing yourself to every stranger you meet. But what you can do is just smile and say hello when you're passing someone on the street, because it's just kind of like you're giving them a look, like I'm a human, you're a human, we both know that, so hey, have a great day. Hold the door open for someone. Easiest thing ever. Just do what Ocho Cinco does and tell everyone you love them. This is another one that could get awkward, but I mean, sending love to people is a good idea, usually. Just like, don't get weird about it. Pay for an older couple's meal or a military person's meal. Call up a friend that you haven't talked to in a long time. Or if you're a little more lazy, just send them a random Facebook message telling them how awesome they are. You always see people on social media and it feels like you've seen your friends all the time when really you haven't seen or actually talked to them and heard their voice in like 5 years. Pick up the darn phone, call them and see how they're doing, and tell them they're awesome while you're at it. I really should do that. Or if you're really not feeling lazy, send a friend a handwritten card. How mind-boggling is that? I mean, do people even do that anymore? If you are a really sweet man or woman and you see a lady in front of you in line at the grocery store buying herself some flowers, buy them for her, because someone should be buying them for her. How nice is that? That's so cute. I love that man. Whoever you are, I love you. I love you. See, telling people you love them is cool on the internet. Hang wind chimes in random trees. How nice would that be if you're just walking through a park or down the street and you just heard this nice little sound of wind chimes in the air? Volunteer somewhere, whether it's with kids, elderly people, homeless people, anybody that needs some help. When you get in an elevator and there's someone else in there or about to get in there with you, say hello to them, ask them how they're doing, talk about the weather or anything. It's very easy. Just have a nice human conversation. And then when you get out of the elevator, tell them to have a great day. Tell someone a joke, even if it's a really dumb joke. How do you get to Matthew McConaughey's house? Alright, alright, alright. What's the difference between a piano and a tuna? You can tune a piano, but you can't piano a tuna. Just make them laugh. Send someone a funny picture of yourself, of something funny. People laugh at things like cute animals, food, people falling down. No, don't do that, that's mean. So there you go, guys, there are a lot of things. I didn't count them, so I can't tell you how many that was, that you can do to make someone's day. Just tiny little random acts of kindness. They all take barely any effort and barely any of your money. So next time you're trying to think of something nice to do for someone you love, someone you don't love, someone you don't even know at all, there are a lot of ideas. Thank you for everyone who responded with their ideas on Twitter and Facebook. I really appreciate it because, you know, you guys are wonderful. And you all deserve to feel great, even if you didn't respond. But if you don't follow me, that's a different story. Just kidding, you deserve to feel loved too. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next week! Another easy thing you can do to make someone smile is to subscribe to their YouTube channel. You know, it just brings a little brightness into their life. And I really do appreciate it because this week we hit 6,000 subscribers and I love every single one of you. So thank you for subscribing. If you haven't, you can do that by clicking the button anywhere around my face right now. Yeah, because we're singing a song about subscribing. Woo!